Okay, I don't have much of a voice, right? It's really deep because I have all this drainage. So you have my sinus drainage. Anyway, so this was about the traditions of Christmas and how they started. So the first one is the Christmas tree. And most of us, we know that it started, you know, pagan from the Druids, that they would decorate a tree. And then they said that that it spread, different places, and the Germans were doing that. And Queen Victoria, her husband was German, so she decided that she would have the tree. She would bring it into the house and decorate it, and they had a picture taken, and so then it just spread even more to England and America. So now we have our decorated Christmas tree. So then the next one is um, Santa Claus. And there's different ideas about where that started. But they're saying that because it's a mixture. And so it started from Saint Nicholas, and he was very generous, very giving. So gift, 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 giving. Or, you could do it a different way. You could say gift, 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 or giving. But he was very generous. And especially to children. So he would give things to children. So then the Dutch people, when they arrived to America, that character kind of evolved to Santa Claus because they had their own Center Claus, and Center I think is akin to children. Anyway, and then the red suit and the round belly, that was from a Coke ad in the 1930s. So that's where we get that, the character today. So then on Christmas stockings, and there's a story from way back that Santa Claus had some coins and he threw it up into the chimney, and they ended up into the stockings that the children were hanging to dry. So that's how that tradition started. So now you have your stockings and you hang them next to the fireplace. But some people don't have a fireplace, so you have to be creative with that. And then candy canes. Before, they were just white sticks, and they gave it to children during Sunday, so they'll stay quiet, during the service. So, and then they said that when they were talking about or discussing, Jesus is the good shepherd, then they added that crook. So the candy company did that. So the 1900s, they striped it. So anyway, that's how that came to be. Um, and the next one is a star, and that is from the Bible. The scripture says that there was the star that was, a new star that led the wise men to Bethlehem. So that is the new star. That's why you have like a bright star on top of the tree. Okay, and then wreaths. So they've been decorating them that for a long time, and they said, when they're made from green, that means everlasting life. So you could do continued life or forever life. You could do either one. So this is always and stay. So that's forever, always stay, or continuous life. Either one, if you wanted to do that, would be fine. And then the mistletoe, and that is from the Druids as well. And they thought of that as it had magical, properties. And so, and then the Norse people it meant love and peace. So it just became this tradition that when you were underneath the mistletoe, you would kiss that person who was there. So it just kind of became this little romantic thing. Um, so anyhow, things evolve. And the poinsettias. And so most of y'all know the story. I think it's from Mexico, and it grows there. It's this vibrant red, but and it was called as flowers from the holy night. And it says, and the story was like this little girl. She was very poor, and she just picked this. It was a weed, really, and she brought it for a gift for Jesus. And then when she gave it to Jesus, and just this miracle, this wonderful happening is a miracle. So wonderful happening. So I didn't want to say magically became. So this miracle, so this wonderful happening, it became this bright red plant. And so then in the 1820s, this man with the last name of Poinsett, he brought it to America for the holiday decorations, and so it became a poinsettia. I didn't know the story about the little girl. The Yule log, and we make it as a cake, but it started as this huge piece of wood that was burned during the winter time, and it was to last, and they said it would be like good luck. So and protected against the evil, spirits. It was supposed to be a good thing to burn it and continue to have it to burn. And so we have it like in our fireplaces. We'll have this log, and we'll at Christmas time it's the Yule log, a big one. And then some people, of course, make it into like a chocolate cake that looks like a log, and so it's very dessert, and it's very yummy. And then Christmas bells, there's different because on a horse you couldn't hear them walking on the snow because it's so quiet. So they added bells on their tails and or on their, just when they walked, so that you could hear the bells. Also from church bells, and so they said that it just became part of like the bells would be the start of the services at the church, and then you would hear when they were on a sleigh, you could hear the bells, and so it just became sort of, bells were a part of Christmas. And then the nativity scene, remember, that's the place where Jesus was born. So you could say a place where Jesus was born, but you could also say the Jesus manger. If you don't have a lot of time, if you're interpreting or don't have a lot of time to say, I collect nativities. So a Jesus trough, basically, manger. And so the very first one was a live one. I had to borrow a baby. So, and that was Saint Francis of Assisi's. Did I spell it right? Assisi. Okay. And that was in the 13th century, but it was the first live one. So now many people have, a nativity. So they have that in their home or outside, and buildings have that outside as well. And then the Christmas lights, and of course we know on the tree they first used candles, but that's dangerous, right? So when they invented electricity, then someone made lights, and we have them on our Christmas tree now. And so I think that's it for the most common traditions that we have, and some that are a mixture of myth. You could do myth that way, myth or myth. Old stories from different countries, and there's just so many different ones, and they get mixed up. And then because it's like that one country has, that country has, and when they arrive in America, it becomes a mixture, and then we end up, with an American tradition. So, and it's kind of fun to understand their traditions and where they're from, and that's why people have, fun with Christmas. You don't want to be too stressful, but have fun with it. And so anyway, I hope you can understand with my voice, and just discuss all the different traditions, and maybe you could add some more of what they are, like Elf on the Shelf, and just different traditions that you do, and how would you sign that. So have fun, and I'll see you later. Bye.